Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. Sorry about the slightly longer video yesterday, I just had quite a lot I wanted to do on my first episode back. But today's episode I'm hoping to still do quite a lot, but cut it down so it's a lot shorter for you guys to watch. So I guess we just get right into it, and off camera I collected pretty much the contents of this chest. This is what I spent a lot of time doing. So as you can see here, we've got the cotton that I said I would collect so that we can do this unboxing. I also now have enough blueberries and enough oranges so that we can trade with the trader in order to get a spud gun. And then I also spent a bit of time farming up some potatoes so that we have ammo for our spud gun. And then the thing that we're going to be doing is, after we get the spud gun, we're going to go and try and take on the warehouse. So as I said, but before that, we'll start off with opening all these garment boxes and we can see what we're going to get. So I think it's 5 each. So we have more than enough to make all these garment boxes. Let's see what we get. Okay, first one, I think that's what's that, the Team Grape shirt? I'll have a look at that. Team Blueberry. Of course it's Team Blueberry, not grapes. Team Blueberry shirt, it doesn't look too nice. I think I'll stick to my regular shirt, but get the next one. Second one, we get the Control Freak shirt. I'll have a look at that. Second. There we go. Nope, not it. There we are. Yeah, I mean, doesn't look too great. As I said before, I probably won't be using any of the things I get because I'm pretty happy with how I look, but it's just more of a... like, the collectionist in me just wants to try and get as many of them as I can. And we got a pair of gloves that don't look all that great. We got a nice pair of red boots. They might actually go with the uniform that I've got. Let me just give those a try. I mean, they do match it, but I think it's nice having a bit of a contrast, so I think we'll stick with those. We have a nice tank top, I guess. Our third last one we have, I think that's a golf shirt, which is kind of cool, I guess, to work towards completing the entire golfer outfit. Second to last one, we get another t-shirt. I think I might be nearing completion for all the t-shirts. If we take a look in here, we've filled up an entire page, and I don't know if it can scroll down or if that's just got all the t-shirts. I'm not 100% sure. I'll probably check that later on. And our last one, we get some trainers. They also might look kind of nice with this outfit. We'll give them a try and see how they look. You know, they're quite nice, but as I said, I think quite like having the contrast of the black shoes. But anyway, so what we're gonna do now is get over and try to get our first spud gun. So I'm gonna take all this out, load up our container onto the back of the vehicle, and head over to the packing station. There's one crate of oranges. There's 2 crates of oranges. There's 1 crate of blueberries. And there's our second crate of blueberries. Now we just gotta drive all these over to the trading outpost. Now that all of our crates have been deposited, we can come on over to our trader. And I believe I have everything I need to get our spud gun. Yeah, there we go. Now we have our first spud gun and we're pretty much ready to go and take on the warehouse now. I don't think there's any reasons for me to go and stop back at the base. I've pretty much dumped everything that I don't need to take in with me. I suppose I don't need to take like my paint tool or my connect tool, but it's not as if I'm going to lose them. If I die, I just respawn with them on me, so it's not much of a problem. And then the potatoes, obviously, I'll need. These I'll probably collect more of when I'm inside. So it's only the 2-story warehouse that we'll be going to. So it probably won't take that long to complete. I believe since I last went to warehouses, the tape bots have been buffed slightly. So it might be slightly harder than I remember it, but I still should be able to get through it all with not too much difficulty. So I'll just drive over there and I'll see you guys when I'm there. Okay, so here we are at the 2-story warehouse. I'm just gonna be very careful with where I drive. I don't want to get my vehicle shot by tape bots, so I think I'll leave it here for now, but I'll probably move it closer to the elevator once we go in, just so that I don't have to run too far if I die to get back to the lift. I'm going to be very careful. I can see a few tape bots, but we're not really worried about those. It's tape bots that we're worried about. Those guys hit hard, they shoot very fast, and they're very accurate, so they're pretty difficult to deal with. But when you're in the warehouse, it's not like it's terribly difficult. As long as you just take it slow, work through it methodically, you really don't have much of a problem. Oh dear. So yeah, that was very careless on my part. I should be going through this far more carefully than I am. Now, this is a bit of a problem because I forgot to leave any spuds in the car, so now I have to go there without any ammo in an attempt to get my stuff back. Okay, we managed to melee him to death, although doing that made my frames drop a bunch, so I probably cut that out. But yep, we're just going to quickly pick up everything. Hope that hay-bot over there doesn't decide he's going to come and start hitting us. Eat up. Didn't bring the most food with me. I probably should have brought some more. Actually, what I forgot to mention is I also cooked up some pizza burgers. I was meant to show you guys that before I left to come here, but yeah, between episodes I went out, hunted some wok, grew some extra crops, and managed to get myself... Okay, that gave me a bit of a fright, but yeah, I managed to get myself, I think it was 5 pizza burgers. So those fill up our health, our water and our food bar all the way to full. So if we're in a sticky situation, we can eat one of those and we'll be alright to continue. Okay, so a little bit of bad news. Unfortunately, there is no farm bot, the big red guy. He is not spawned here, and in order to get inside the warehouse, we need to have killed one, taken his key card and put it on the door to get inside. Without that, we're not able to get inside. What this means is I'm going to have to go and quickly not die. I'm going to have to quickly go and drive over to the other warehouse we saw a couple of episodes back. Hope that there's a farm bot there, kill him, and then I'll probably come back to this one since it is only 2-story. And once we've got that, then we'll go and raid it. So I'm going to quickly drive over, see if we can find a red guy. Okay, so here we are. We've just driven over to the second warehouse. This is the 4-story one. And luckily for us, here we have the farm bot that we need. So I believe he takes around 80 shots with the normal spud gun. So even once we've used all 80 on him, we should still have a good amount to take on the other warehouse. I think the best option is just to, well, kill that guy first. And take this guy on from far. That'll give us a lot of time in order to shoot him before he can get close. We're also going to run off kind of in that direction. I don't want to go too close to my car in case he tries to destroy it. I say we just get right ahead and try to take him out. Okay, so he's charging towards us. I don't know if we'll be able to kill him before he gets to us. We'll probably have to turn and run at some point. Yep, it's run time. I've done this before with quite a few different farm bots, and the best tactic I came up was just to run away a bit, jump, turn around, hit him as much as you can and keep running. He'll probably hit you forward. That just gives you more space between him and you. And there we go. So we've got about 158 spuds for the warehouse, which is going to be more than enough for a 2-story warehouse. As you can see here, we've got our warehouse keycard. He also dropped a few component kits, which are also helpful. Now I'm just going to quickly drive back to the other warehouse that we were at before, and then I'll see you guys once we're there. Okay, so we're back at the first warehouse we were at now, the 2-story one, and I think it was this yep. Here we go. We've got our 5 pizza burgers I talked about, so we're going to take these in with us. If we ever get into a tricky situation, then we'll have these as backup. I'm just going to leave my welder tool. I don't really need to be taking that in with me. It's not something I'm going to need inside. I'm also going to leave about maybe 20 spuds as backup out here, as well as a pizza burger. So if I die inside, then I'll respawn in my bed, of course, and then I can pick up the spuds, the burger, and head back in an attempt to get my stuff back. Before I go in, what I want to do is I want to take as many of these blocks as I can. Because these blocks, well, we can get them pretty easily. There's quite a lot at each warehouse. I think off camera I'm going to do quite a lot of warehouses. And I might just include little highlights of what we get from the loot room. But for the most part, I'm going to do a lot of warehouses off camera. And each warehouse we go to, we're just going to salvage all these blocks from it, which will give us quite a lot of building blocks. So I think this is going to be one of the main blocks I use for my base, along with the bricks that I've been trying to stockpile, and probably some concrete as well. I think in the next episode I'll show you guys where I plan to make my base and talk through the plans. I know I said I'd probably do that this episode, but we've already got quite a lot going on this episode. I'm just going to continue stripping all this and see you guys once we're ready to go inside. Okay, so we've taken down most of this. I've got about a chest and a small chest and a half. We also collected quite a lot of these parts, as you can see. These are going to be quite useful when it comes to building my base. As I said, we'll talk about our base plans next episode, but those will come in quite useful for aesthetic things, and it'll really help with the structure of the base. So we've taken a lot of those. We'll most likely come back once we got some, well, once we got some more chests to dump the current stuff in, and we can come back and get some more. But for now, we're just going to go in the warehouse. We put in our warehouse key, fall down the lift, and this should be enough spuds that I have on me. If it's not, I guess we could just go back to the base and farm a little bit and come back, but I can't imagine shooting any more than the amount we've got. We're heading to the lift. The lifts are usually quite laggy, so I'll probably need to cut a bit out. It's going to drop in frames quite a lot once we get to the top. But thankfully we only have to go through 2 lifts. It's only a 2-floor elevator. 2-floor elevator? 2-floor warehouse. We'll see how it goes. Yep, there it is. FPS has just plummeted. But we're in, and our first guy's right there. Doing the warehouses, it's not, as I said, it's not terribly difficult. It's just a bit time consuming if you want to do it right. You know, first I say it's not difficult. I am going to die a couple of times, that's pretty much a given. But I'm just going to do it slowly. And that's probably the best way to do it. You be slowly, use every advantage you can to try and beat the tape bots, you know, listen for them. You know, even looking for their shadows, that often helps give a hint to which direction they're going to be in. But there's 2 floors. The first floor generally doesn't have anything on it. It's usually just the top floor that has loot on it. The floors before, I guess they have a chance of having the crates in it, but I'm pretty sure the crates can just drop pretty much the same as any crates can drop. So it's the first few floors until the last floor aren't too interesting in terms of loot. Since it's the first warehouse, I won't try to keep a lot of this in so you can see how I've gone through it. There was 3 guys in there, but because I took it slow, I didn't just rush into the room. I was able to one by one just take them down. The tape bots, they do hit hard, as you've seen when I was outside. I think it's 55 damage each, and they're like, as soon as they see you, they're going to be shooting pretty accurately, so you need to be pretty fast to try and dodge or counter them and shoot back at them. This is the main warehouse area of the first floor. And I think there's going to be a door there. That's where we need to go. And I think the stairs back there lead up to there. I'm just going to quickly clear through those. Okay, we've just cleared up these stairs, so there were no tape bots, and this will take us up to the door we saw from down there. There's usually a couple of guys inside this main warehouse area, so need to be careful. There's our first one. 2 of them. 3 of them. Okay, we're just going to back off out of this room for a second. Wait for them to come to us, I guess. Okay, there's 2. Right, there's 2 down. We've not been hit yet. There's the 3rd. Yep, there he goes. Dropped an FPS a little bit there, but not too bad, I don't think. I think I can hear maybe another one somewhere. We're still going to play this pretty cautiously. I think, yeah, that's definitely where we need to go to. I'm just going to check everything just so I can have the assurance that everyone is in fact dead. There's one down there. We can take him out early. I think that's going to have a room there and a room like that way. I don't believe they'll have anything in them. They don't usually, but I like to completely clear each floor of the warehouse. So let's say I die on the top floor. I know that I'm able to comfortably run through all the other floors to get back to my stuff without having to face anything. And it just has, just for the peace of mind, you know. Unfortunately, in the current state of the game, we're not able to take anything out from the warehouse, except for the loot on the top floor and obviously the things from the crates. And I think in the future they plan on adding it, so once you've cleared it out, you're able to come back and you'll be able to loot things, which will be really nice because there's some really nice building pieces that we'll be able to pick up. So that'll be nice in the future, but for now, warehouses pretty much serve one purpose, and that's to get loot and, well, generally just the epic garment box that you get in each one. So we'll continue clearing through this. Yep, don't think there's going to be anything in here, but sometimes there can be crates that spawn, just green ones that have standard loot in them pretty much. But I think it's still worth it just to clear out because you never know what could be inside them. Our next task is going to be to go up there. Okay, so I think this splits off, it goes down and it goes through there. Not sure which way we're meant to go, but I think we're just gonna go through here first anyway. You get hit by him there, that's unfortunate, but we got him in return, so it's alright. Don't think it's really worth eating a pizza burger at the moment. You can continue to clear this. If I ever get hit by one tape bot, what I like to do is just back off, and then I'm not going to like continue pushing through it until I've regen to at least 55 health. That means I'll be able to take one more hit from a tape bot before I die, which just gives me that extra bit of... And I said that it gives us normal loot from the crates inside them. They can also drop broccoli and pineapple, and you only get the broccoli and pineapple seeds from them once we're cleared the warehouse. So we'll pick up these and those will go towards getting our spud shotgun, which will be really useful. That's really good for taking down the big red guys. I heard one when I was back there, which means there's probably one underneath us. Which means when I need to be very careful when I'm peeking around here. Yep, there we go. See, I used my headset, I listened to where he was, and that gave me a very good chance at being able to take him out since I knew where he was. I think the elevator's going to be that way, but the stairs that I noticed up there are probably going to lead around here. I think what I'm going to do is go back to those stairs, clear around, and it should take me to the bottom of there. Okay, so this is a little bit bigger than I thought it would be. I think these are just going to be a few storage rooms, could have a few bots in them. Worth clearing out, but I think it is going to take me back to where I was before. Clear this corridor first. They seem to be clear, so we can break into these. I think these usually have 2 bots in them. There's our first one. Did we get him? Nope, we did not get him. I think that's him now, though. Yep, okay. There's our second guy. I think I got him. Yep. As I said, I think there's usually 2, but that doesn't mean there can't be 3. Like I said. I don't think I hear any more in this room. Definitely hear some in that room, however. Didn't mean that, but oh well. Definitely hear some more, so they're probably down this way. Oh dear. That was very not good on my part. Definitely should not have taken that many shots to kill him, and I shouldn't have taken a hit myself, but we survive. We carry on. That was where we cleared. Just going to check down the end of this corridor. Of course, we know there's one at the end of the corridor. We saw him earlier before he ducked behind cover. We're going to be careful for him. Here he is coming back. There we go, nice and easy. Okay, so yeah, this is the stairs we came down. It has led back. I'm not bothering to pick up all the batteries. I've never once used an electric engine, so I don't really plan to. Maybe I should start taking the batteries, but also our storage is a bit of a problem at the moment, so I think it's best we just leave them for now. Yeah, now we're ready to go into the last floor. And from what I know, the last floor's layout's pretty much the same, like for every warehouse. It's just the switch room could be in a different location, but the room's the same. And I think that's like the only variable to it, and obviously the amount of bots and where the bots spawn. So I should be able to walk through the top floor pretty easily, because I know where everything is really. Okay, so this should be a utility room on our right and a long corridor down to the left, if I am correct. Yep, nothing in here. This long corridor is going to have two rooms that go off to the left of it, and a room at the very small room at the very end that doesn't usually contain anything. There's just a chance of a chest in it. I think through here there's going to be a room to our left that could contain the master switch, which I don't believe actually does anything at the moment other than just turn on all the lights in the place. Yep, there we go. There's the master switch. Uh-oh. Usually there's two guys in these rooms. Usually. Uh-oh, this is not good. Okay, frames dropped a lot there. We killed the red tape, but these guys only spawn on the top floor, I'm pretty sure. And they shoot explosive projectiles. And when they die, they like have a martyrdom sort of thing. They drop some explosives. So sorry about the frames dropping there. These warehouses aren't exactly perfectly optimized. Neither's the game, to be honest. It's quite a lot of times you find that the FPS drops, but there's not much we can do about that. I don't think this master switch actually does anything other than turn on the lights. Maybe that's something that's going to be implemented in the future. Maybe it does something and I just haven't figured out what it is yet, but yeah, this room's generally pretty empty other than the bots and the occasional chest. So we're going to go into the next one. The next corridor is going to, on the left, is going to lead to some stairs, which goes up to another corridor. Ooh, we're rough on frames just now. Next to stuff. Okay, that's the second branch. This is the small room on the end. No chests for us, unfortunately. This is going to be a short corridor that leads to some stairs, which will lead to another corridor, which should have the vents, and then a second room, which could have contained the master switch, but we already know that it's not going to. Take him out. There's usually one guy at the top of the stairs. We'll be careful with him. He's killed me quite a few times in the past. There he is. Not this time. Looks like we've got a second guy. Take him out as well. This room's going to split off to the right. The vents are going to be about there, and then there's going to be another room down there. We're probably going to stand back and destroy this from back here. Ooh, see what I mean? They're very fast. As soon as they see you, they're going to shoot. We need to be very careful. I've also quite a few times died trying to come out into this corridor, as there's usually quite a few of them. Could be one on our left. There's usually two that are guarding the vents. Oh, I'm stuck. Okay, I got stuck on that barrel there and I thought I was gone. Oh my. Not being the most accurate, but thankfully I'm not being punished for it today. Okay, so as I said, there should be two around this area. At least there has been in the past for me, maybe not. Oh, thankfully not. There's none here, so we're going to quickly go and check this room. Probably be two in it. See a chest in there, so it's probably worth my time. One. He's an explosive one. Oh my. I don't know how that blew up, but we're safe. Can't see or hear anyone else in here. I'm just going to go forward carefully just in case. You know, if you're the first one to see the tape bots, it's generally alright, but if they catch you off guard, and get the first shot off on you, it's pretty much over for you at that point. I need to play it very carefully. I should only come into a couple of more between now and the loot room, and then if I want to continue onto the roof, which I probably will, We'll need to face quite a few more. Nothing we can't handle, so here we have the vents. And going through the vents will take us out towards the loot room. Okay, so we're at the other side. I'm just going to quickly have a peek through and see if we can see anyone. I think that's one there. An explosive guy. Fortunately, there's not a lot of room for us to open this and then back off, so we're going to open this. Hope they don't notice us straight away. Take him out. Thought I heard him, thankfully. He's down. I'm going to wait a second, just let my health regen up so that it's above what looks like 55 health. I think we're good now. Sometimes there can be no guys up here, sometimes there can be about 2 or 3, so we're just going to be careful. I think we're clear. I got blown up by the explosive tape bot. This is the loot room. I've never, in any of the loot rooms I've been to, had any bots spawn, so I think we're good just to sprint across. This room here on the right, the orange one, I don't think it currently serves any purpose. I think it will in the future. I believe there's some sort of encoder behind here that you can blow up, but at the moment you can't take it. But I think once you do that, you'll be able to like do something with the connections in here, and the same on this side. But once you destroy it, you'll be able to take things. But this is what we came for. Firstly, this is the main things. We've got our 3 garment boxes, 1 of each rarity. We have 10 component kits, which is really nice, and also 5 of each of the highest tier seeds, which we use for trading. I think the broccoli gets us Spud shotgun, and the pineapples can get us the Spud Gatling gun. They're both really nice. In here we can just find various decent loot. You know, we've got a saddle 3. It probably won't be too useful to me. I'm playing in a solo world, so it's not as if I'm going to have any passengers, but definitely take the component kits. Here we've got a driver's seat 3, so this is going to be really handy. It's already upgraded to level 3, so we don't need to spend the components on it. Another saddle 3, I might as well take it, you know, it can be used, like saddles, seats can be used for climbing up mountains pretty effectively, so we'll take them. Some red beets and some sport suspension, so not the greatest stuff from the chests, but from this small chest that we got, yeah, we got some pretty good stuff. I think I'm going to work my way up to the roof now. So to get to the roof, we just had to come out of the storage room and then head down the other path. There's going to be some stairs down here. There should be a couple of bots, hopefully not too many. There's one here. Dispose of him. The rest of this top area looks clear. There'll probably be a couple I can hear below me. This guy as well. Did I get him? Nope. Now I did. Okay. Not too bad. Frames dropping again. Definitely hear some below me. I don't think there's any ahead in this little section. I was very much mistaken. But now that should be this clear. One guy there, I'm lucky he missed me there. He really could have hit me. Oh dear, not good, not good. Really not good. Did I get him? You know, I'm going to eat a pizza burger before I go, and I really don't fancy dying here and having to run through the entire warehouse. I think I got him, but I'm be very careful. I can't imagine there'll be any more after facing 3 on the stairs. I'd rather just play it safely. I mean, if I die, it's not the end of the world. I can come back. It's only 1 floor I have to run through. What's worse is when you die on like the 4th floor and you have to run through 3 floors, and it's just a really big pain. This should be the elevator to the roof. Be a little utility closet which could have a bot in it, so we'll just check this while we can. Yep, here we are. I don't think I can shoot over this. I don't know if I've tried. I probably have. Well, he's dead either way. This doesn't have anything. Now, the elevator to the roof is quite a sketchy one. The first warehouse I ever went in, I got stuck in the elevator to the roof, like, did the animation of it moving, but it never teleported me to, like, the next area where the next floor is. So I was just stuck on the roof, or in the elevator, so I had to get a friend to come and push the button and bring the elevator back down. But what you can do is put your lift here, press the button and the doors won't fully close. So if it doesn't like teleport you to the roof area, you can just hop back out and know that, well, you can't get to the roof of that warehouse without building up or flying up the outside. Hopefully it'll get us there, because there's some quite nice things you can collect. Yep, here we are. There's nothing much on the roof other than a lot of materials you can take. You know, this isn't in the warehouse, so you can take anything you want. You can take these big silos things, big supports. Unfortunately, I'm noticing this warehouse, you know, sometimes there's a little raised platform on the warehouse roofs, and there's ramps that lead up to that little raised platform, and those ramps are indestructible to bots at the current moment in time. They're quite useful for if you want to defend your base. So I think next warehouse I go to, I'll probably try and, well, hopefully there'll be some ramps on the roof and we'll take as many of those as we can, because that'll be good for blockading off farms and things like that we don't want the bots to get to. But for now, I think I'm probably just going to head back to the bottom with all our stuff. I'm going to head back to our base. Between episodes, I'm going to get enough cotton so we can open these at the start of the next episode. But I think for now, we're just going to leave that here. I'd like to thank you guys all for watching. Tomorrow's episode, I'm not exactly sure what we'll do. I think I'll talk through the plans for our next base, and we will start gathering stuff and working towards moving over. But for now, I'll see you guys later. Hope you all have a good day, night, whatever time it is for you now, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.